live. You're coming in or watching the replay. Hey, how are you? Good to see you. How's life been? Yes, I am doing a live. I know, listen, I told y'all I wasn't doing the whole I'm leaving YouTube. I wasn't. I was just telling y'all how I was feeling in my unedited. I have been, I think I've had like mental exhaustion, really trying to say I wanted to do stuff on here and things like that. And it just was not coming. Like, honestly, like I said, I have a bunch of stuff in my head that I should have filmed a few times, but I have not. So I really need, hey, Faith. So I'm working on that. And I have like tried to stay off. Hey, Valencia. I've been trying to stay off of social media a little bit since I, did that. Hold on. So, yeah. But I'm back. Hey, how are y'all? Okay, so here's what I'm doing. I am tomorrow they leave for 5 days. So they leave for 5 days. I still haven't seen your pictures. I saw them say Faith. They leave for 5 days for their vacation. The bigs, the big bigs, and Yaya's here, which is Marcia, the Brandon's mom, but she has to leave on Wednesday. So morning. So I'm gonna drop the kids off, drop her at the airport, and then I'm all on my own until Saturday late with the kids. I told Bianca, you better get your coins together because wait. Brandon has basically booked a trip in August for them. It's just a 1-day turnaround for them to go to some football game from his school in Atlanta. I told B, I said, just know y'all better get y'all coins together because my Christmas list is about to be intense, and I expect I'll tell you how many I need off my list. Because I am not the nanny. I love my grandkids, but I am not the nanny. Okay. So with them going out of town, I'm decanting for them because they wanted to have some new fragrances. So I'm decanting a few things for them. And then I owe people decants. So I got to get all that done. What did I just do with the ones I have for him? These are hers. But I put some, see this one? Okay, here they go. All right. What's wrong, Valencia? You ain't told us. No. Oh, so you would say, well, slow down, sis. So you gonna say, hey, Sabrina. So you gonna say, hey, Court. You gonna say you not feeling well and you ain't been telling us? Girl, if I could throw something at your head. If I could throw something at your head. That's all I'm gonna say. If I could throw some at your head right now, I would, because you playing with us. So I'm gonna show y'all what they chose to take with them, what they get. So B1 in 100 Silent Ways. Hey, Bashan, right? Say what's this? Hey, D'Angelo. Say what's this? So I have I have something I want to talk about. It's gonna get me in trouble, but as usual, that's okay. So she wants 100 Silent Ways, but I have my own decant that I always take places with me. So I'm just adding some to this decant that she could take. Okay. Like I said, I think we'll have this conversation in the beginning and then we'll go on with what else I have to say. So to be quite honest, I think, like I said, in my unedited, it's just that this like I think that's why I think in order for me to continue to do this, I'm gonna stay off of like social media and just do my own thing, right? Because because social media wears my soul out. And that's just being honest. It just wears my soul out. You know, the rapidity, all the stupid shit you see, and I just mean in general with fragrances. It's just like, okay, I can't be bothered. And so it was like zapping my energy to even want to do something or put something out. Because it was like, so I'm gonna kind of basically stay off again because for a long time I really didn't watch a lot of videos. And I guess I'm gonna have to go back to that and watch stuff that has nothing to do with it and somehow get that off my algorithm, because even seeing the titles annoys me. I'm just being honest. When I see 17,000 dupe titles come up, when I see the best of Middle Easterns and I see that, which one is the best dupe, it just makes my ass itch. Okay. And as I say, have nothing. Whoa, he got a whole name up here. Kai Fragrance is noteworthy. Well, come on through, JC. And it's nothing against it. It's just, shut up, JC. Shut up, JC. Right, got a whole name. He being like fancy and stuff on us. But yeah, it's just I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't have it. I don't want it. I'm over it. All that other good stuff. Did I miss my cousin's birthday? Isn't it the 29th? No, it's the 29th. Oh yeah, his birthday coming up. But yeah, now I got a lot of Leos around. The littlest witch of Eastwick, her birthday's coming up. I gotta call my brother-in-law, speaking of that. So ouch, this is so hard to do. So that's just where I've been. It's not like I feel like, oh, I don't ever want to do it again. I just have to like not, really not let myself see stuff because it starts irritating me, because it's just like, and don't get me wrong, fragrance, what we talking about is commercial as hell, but it's like the over commercialism of it and the run after everybody and try to be like everybody. Hi, Marion. Try to be like everybody. There's no originality. And hey, Nisha, and we're not talking about something that you be super original with, but damn, there's some room for originality, and ain't none. And that's not what's happening now. So I guess I probably have to step back from it because I feel like I'm becoming unoriginal. And so I have to just go ahead and do the things the way I want to do them and start doing, just really switching it up a little bit for me to be able to do it. And be quite honest with myself that I don't have the bandwidth to do YouTube videos and then do TikTok and IG. So I just don't have it in me. I just don't. But I got some ideas for some things I need to do. So, I'm going to do a few things that work for me. Okay, cool. And hopefully y'all are one watching too. Ooh, but I got to do another roundup of fragrances for me because I missed some. And I'm going to show y'all some of the stuff because I'm making these decants for Brandon and Bianca. They're going on their trip tomorrow. Like I said, 5 days in Jamaica while I become the nanny. You been enjoying the garden? Yay! Let me tell y'all. Wait till y'all hear this. I'm renaming the garden next year. Well, part of it's going to have another name. Y'all ready? Get ready for the extraness. It's going to be the summer salon. The upper area for the adults and everything, my little area to hang out in. I'm going to be calling that the summer salon. Welcome to the summer salon. I can't help myself, y'all. I can't help myself. I can't help myself. Okay. Now we're going to have a moment of me being wrong. So get ready. I have this whole conversation and I know some. Okay, so let me tell y'all. Ooh, somebody gonna be mad at me when I say this. Okay, so anyway, let me say this. So I was looking at, okay, so when I heard what happened with Malcolm Jamal Warner, where he was in the ocean with his 8-year-old daughter and they got caught in the riptides, and it was, there was signs saying riptides, high incidence of drowning in English and everything. Okay, so it got me to thinking about things that I will not do, because there's this certain thing about life, like people like to push the barriers, do these things that are like very scary, you know what I'm saying, like will scare you, it's just like things I'm not gonna do ever, unless maybe somebody put a gun to my head. I'm not gonna go bungee jumping because, see, I feel like I will be the one who will go, yeah, and 100,000 people have been on them bungees, and then I will be the person there's a slight tear in it, and then it's been getting, and no one's noticed these little tears, and I will be the one to bungee jump and that motherfucker break. Now I know that is just thinking too much. This should be enough guidance for Brandon. Likes guidance. I think I don't need to put any more in his guidance. I think he got enough for the weekend, for the 5 days. I'm put a little more. So I'm not bungee jumping. I'm not zip lining, because that's another thing. They be going across and right. I can barely get on a plane right now. Right? It's just, I mean, we got planes having to dip down and shit to avoid collisions and stuff. They out there like they swerving on the highway now. How does this work? Hi, Normie Woo. I don't think I've ever seen you before. Welcome, welcome. I mean, besides, okay, I don't even care about the health risk of zip lining. I care about the breakage of the rope of the zip line. I see, Valencia, I was trying not to say that, but when I see signs that say high risk of drowning, that's not someplace I need to go. You know, that's just not someplace I need to go. Good one, Normie. Oh, I think we got. And I don't mind a little risk, but and and I know people don't want anybody to say that because they all like, oh, Michael John Water, we love him, right? No, I didn't see that. I never watched South Park, but I was like, you know what, JC, why are your stories got to go like this? Why do they always have to end with some kind of crazy shit? So that's my whole point. Is that if there's signage that says don't swim, I'm not swimming in that water. I'm just not. I'm just not. I'm not swimming in it. You ain't got to worry about me. Thanks a lot, but no thanks. Right? So that's okay. So let me just say this. I am not going to be on the beach with my kids that have that kind of danger. Why? Because kids are stupid. So I'm not going to have them on, I'm not going to have them someplace in some water that says riptides don't have the incidents of drowning. I'm just saying. Baby. So let me tell y'all something. I almost drowned in a pool when I was young. Let me tell y'all. So I was young, right? And when I lived out in the suburbs, all they had their little pools out there that, their community pools in the areas and everything. So I'm, in the pool and everything. And I'm just living my best life in the pool. Ooh, yay, I'm in the pool, right? So be like Sierra. Somebody to give her some Sierra. Right? So I'm like, so anyway, I'm sitting, so I think I can swim. Oh, I can swim. I'm telling my cousins, I can swim. So I jump off that damn, so I jumped off the diving board into the deep end. Now I'm 9 years old. I ain't tall now. I wasn't tall then. So, and then I think they had like an 8 or 9 foot deep end. Y'all, I was at the bottom of that motherfucker not knowing what to do. Cause I'm thinking you got to put your hands up because I don't know shit. I think I know, but I don't know. So I'm sitting in there with my hands up and I am not going up. I almost was done. And the pool was full and didn't nobody notice my little ass. Finally, when I almost drowned, when I finally figured out how to get up out of there, the lifeguard saw me. Right now, I got right back in that water now, but I stayed off that deep end, and then I took seriously my lessons too. It was like, oh shit. So you could drown. We know you could drown in like, what is it? What they say, 6 inches of water? You can drown a coat. So no. So if I see there's this beach and it says you can't, riptides and high drowning. It said drowns. People drown. Me, not my kids, not anybody with me. Because if somebody with me and they dumb enough, I'm gonna say, now you know this, you stupid. And I can't abide stupidity, so I'm leaving you here by yourself with this bullshit. Because I surely ain't trying to jump my ass in that water to get you. Because I can't save your ass. So yeah. So I'm just, so you can hop out, Marion, if you know that. When you 9 years old, I'm at the bottom of the pool trying to hop out. But see, the thing was, I was hopping, but I still had my hands up, which was keeping me down. You say you didn't like to subscribe. You don't even know what's going on yet. Well, I love you for it. Thank you so much. Now that was funny. But yeah. Hey, Cheryl. So ziplining. Right. So ziplining, no. Bungee jumping, absolutely not. And you know what? Over the years, yes, it's been forever, Cheryl. Over the years, I have seen people bungee jumping, and I've always thought, hell the fuck no. Let me tell you something else I ain't doing. And some of y'all might do this shit. Rock climbing. Forget you, Melissa. Y'all still struggling to figure out what's going on around here. So anyway, I'm not rock climbing. See, Sabrina, I knew you rock climb. Some said Sabrina rock climbs. I'm not. Because I'm not trying to hold. First off, my ass is way too big. This ass is way too big. You're trying to do that shit. These thighs are too big. You got to hold on and try to. You're trying to hold on, clutching onto this. Okay, and I do mean rock climbing in the mountains and shit. You see them like holding on to things and try, and then it's because you can't depend on them rocks. I don't care how much, right? I don't care how many people have been on eventually rocky roads. And I'm going to be the one that motherfucking roads on. That's always in my head. You know what? You can't convince me of that one, Sabrina. But maybe because, remember now, I fell off of a roof when I was 12. So, me and heights, we ain't friends no more. And I wasn't even that damn high. I think after falling off a roof at 12, I think skydiving, Melissa. Thank you. Skydiving. The only way I'm skydiving is if I'm in a plane and it's trying to crash and I got to try to do this. Otherwise, I don't see. You know what I could see happening? I could see me. Let me tell you, I could see me. You know what I could see happening? I could see me. This is my personal collection. You know what I could see happening? I could see me trying to skydive. First off, I'm going to scream all the way down, right? I'm going to scream the whole way down. And I am going to pee on myself. I am going to pee on myself. It's not going to be pretty. I can promise y'all the shit ain't going to be pretty at all. It's not going to be pretty. It's not going to be pretty. I don't understand the need to push at death in order to feel alive. We got to cheat death to feel alive and have, these moments where you're feeling like, ooh, I just don't understand it. Don't tell me I don't run out this shit, y'all. Fuck. This is going to be bad. I think, do I have any more left? Fuck me. Hold on. Let me see. Do I have any more labels? See, I think they're going to be hard pressed. Yep, I'm finished this up. To give me the kayak. None of that shit. I don't think I got it in me. Anything that is going to evoke fear in me is not something that I think that I want to do as a activity, a voluntary activity. Anything that makes me feel like I might die doing it, I'm just here to say I can't see myself wanting to do it. Something about the whole possible dying situation. And I mean, like, because listen, you could be walking down the street and die. You can get, you could, anything happen. But I'm saying when doing it evokes fear, like will terrify me. Hell no. Like bungee jumping, I would know. I pee on myself. Zip lining, I would know. I would be one of them people that they'd have on. I'd go viral because I look so crazy. I'm crying and shit. The tears is coming down. Because I told y'all what happened in the boat when I thought I was going to die. Y'all, I hope I got another one of these. Hold on. Ooh, my thighs is killing me. See all this ass, all these thighs, and don't tell me I am out of fucking labels. Y'all. Oh, no, I'm not. Oh, thank the Lord Jesus. I'm not out of it. Woo-hoo. But I'm going to have to order some soon. Oh, did y'all see me doing that dance? My bad. Things y'all don't need to see is me shaking my ass. Okay. Oh, but yeah, I'm like, okay, a virtual skydive. That's because I'm wearing my braids and stuff. And I got my I'm honey coated Lou right now. Honey coated Lou. You 6'4"? Okay. So I was just thinking about those things, the things that I don't want to do in this life, things that I don't want to try in this life. So B decided she wanted to try to take this with her. Alien Mirage. So I got to get her Alien Mirage, because this is the stuff she's taking with her on her trip. Because they having a trip. You know what I'm having? I'm having babysitting. Hey, Chantel. I'm babysitting. So I have an interview this week. Hopefully I will get hired. I mean, if not, I got a job, so it ain't like a big deal. Shit all over me. So anyway, hey, what else was there? Okay. So then I've been watching. No, I'm giving these to my daughter. She's a better in pay. They're all about the same distance from me. They're all about the same distance. A different school, better pay. Union, of course, because that's I would officially be in the union. So that would be helpful. I feel bad though, because school's about to start, and I would have preferred to give my old school enough time to find somebody. So right now, see how I like my school? I'm trying to find them somebody to fill my position. So I'm about to reach out and be like, yo, anybody looking for a job? And then like give them their name. Tell them to reach out to them. Because, it's always hard to find people at this time. School's about to start. But I actually like them. If it was someplace else, I'd have been like, yeah, I'm out. And just come and get my stuff. I'll be on. But I actually like them. So she's taking some of this. So this is Alien Mirage. Thank you for saying it to yourself, okay? But then, what to do after retirement? If that ain't something to think about. Okay. So that was one thing I was thinking about recently. And then did you see? Okay. First off, okay. So then, of course, we had Ozzy Osbourne died right after Malcolm Jamal, which, let's just be honest, Ozzy lived a lot longer than he should have. Because, listen, you know what? We can say Sharon Osbourne, she took honey. Because we know, because Ozzy, all the drugs he did back in the day, he shouldn't have been around, right? There you go. Traveling a little consulting. So, yeah, I have an idea that after I do a couple of things, I might be starting to work on. Girl, okay. And then, because but he was doing it. He was on, but who still amazes me that they're around is Keith Richards. But them drugs must be holding him together, baby. Them drugs is holding him together. She wants Letter 16 Scenic Rose. Keith Richards from the Rolling Stones. He should. I think some of them are being preserved by the drugs they do. And I think Keith Richards. Yeah. And then now, sadly, and I had forgot about him, Chuck Mangione died too. And if y'all too old, too young to know, just look up Feel So Good by Chuck Mangione. That was the gateway drug into smooth jazz. I know Faith gonna know what I'm talking about. Valencia probably go, doo. Shall I play it for y'all? Let me find it for y'all. Let me find it for y'all, honey. Man, hi Sylvia. I thought about you. I'm taking care of you. Because I didn't know what that money was in my thing for. Then I was like, okay. So let me find it for you all. I'm only gonna pay a little bit because they'll catch me with a copyright strike. This, I was a little kid listening to this. You gonna know it from the beginning, honey. It's gonna hit that. I'm about to take a copyright strike for him. I used to listen to that song all the time. All the time. That was the song. So he just died. And I used to listen to that whole album. I think somebody I babysat for had the whole album. And I used to listen to it. That sounded like the MASH intro. Yes, MASH's intro does sound like the Feels So Good. So yeah, I know what you're talking about. But yeah, one of my favorite. Did y'all get this? 16 Scenic Roads is pretty. It's super pretty. So that, and then have y'all, wait a minute, did y'all see Hulk Hogan died? And it hasn't gone well for the Hulkster. Baby, everybody been talking about how he's a racist. And then his family was like, this is so disrespectful. Well, guess what? When you are a famous person, people gonna talk about you, good or bad. Yes, that was Chuck Mangione. Yes. Yeah, he died this week. But honey, they've been like everything about Hulk Hogan that I've seen has been about how he's a racist. And it's like, well, what you expect? I mean, he was a racist. You know, and when you spew racist shit, people go talk about your ass. In the end, in the middle, in the beginning, in the end, in the middle. They don't. Hey, that's who you are. That's who you are. Okay. So, but they like, right. Then it's like, we hate him. He wasn't shit. But yeah. So it was just because everything I saw about him was how much of a racist he was. And honestly, I can't say anything about him because I hadn't thought about him, heard about him. He has not been on my radar. Yeah, but I thought that was quite interesting. And then what else have I seen this week that was interesting to me? There was something else I can't think of. All right, it'll come back to me. Y'all know I lose track of shit in my head all the time. But anyway, so now, okay, so she got 16 Scenic Roads. Then wait until y'all see what Brandon picked out that he wants to take with him on his trip, on their trip. What do I mean, his trip, their trip. Oh, please. Of course it must be, because honey, they was doing them drugs now. I mean, you know, heroin was a big thing for the for the jazz scene. And that chick from Rio is her last one that she wants to take with her. And so she's got her 4 fragrances. And so, yeah, it was. Yeah, so, honey. Yeah, I didn't, Monique, she sent it to me to try, and I love it. It's like beige floor, it's that summer vibe. Them together, that's a vibe, y'all. I don't listen to as much jazz as I used to. When I was young, I'm not playing with y'all. I was such a weird kid. Let me just say this. Before, I was a weird kid. I had so many affectations as a kid. Okay, y'all ready? On Sundays, I used to do this about when I was like 12 or 13. I used to have on Sunday mornings by myself. I'd be in the house. I'd get me a book. I'd be reading a book, and I would find a classical music station, and I would play classical music and drink tea. I cannot make this up. This was all me. This is what my parents told me to do this shit. I decided, and I did that for over a year. On Sundays, I would get my tea. I would play classical music and read a book. Now, let me tell you something. The difference between these new kids and the kids we were. I was talking to my friend. I was talking to one of my friends. Well, my friend has like a 12-year-old. Okay, I did walk backwards. Okay. So, JC, you go throw that out there, right? So, her daughter is 12. And she's, babysit. She was supposed to be babysitting, one of her little cousins. And my friend was going to be over there with her. She left her for a little bit, but, she was having to give her instructions, and she was running back to be with her. So since she was going to be, babysitting and stuff. And I was like, how old is she? She was like, 12. And I was like, I said, girl, I was like, this, what? Because it was like a big deal, like, oh, she's babysitting, and we got, but she can't do it by herself. She need, it's like somebody want, an adult had to be there with her and stuff. I said, girl, I was babysitting since I was 10 years old. I had a whole baby. I had a whole clientele by the time I was 12. At 10 years old, I was babysitting babies, changing diapers and shit. 12, I was definitely. I'm like, what? I'm like, see, this is the difference with y'all, with these kids and the way we was raised. I mean, it wasn't nothing to be babysitting at 11, 12 years old. 2, 3 kids at a time. I was like, please, I have been babysitting. But look, look. I was telling somebody, I used to take the train and shit by myself at 9, 10 years old. I used to get on the train. Not true enough. It was totally wrong. I shouldn't have been doing this all on my own. But I used to say, okay, I'm going to go see my grandmother. And I would come from the suburbs, get on the, I had train schedules. I had bus schedules. Oh, dang, it took forever for you to get it. I said that last week. Right? Okay, no, I'm talking about real. I was taking buses, transit trains. I was doing it all, baby, by myself. Where is my water? I could have sworn I brought my water down. Oh, okay, because I'm like, wait a minute, why it takes so long? All right, so these are done. Now let me get Brandon's done, and I can work on other people's stuff so that I am done. Would I do it now? No. Like my grandkids, I ain't gonna let them do it. But it's like so, but you know, it's like there's a big difference. And I mean, let me say this. I would say that I shouldn't have been doing it, right? I shouldn't have. But, you know, my parents gave me a lot of independence. And sometimes I just took it, you know, and it was like for me to get someplace, shit, I had to do it. Right. Right. But because of the way the world is and the predators are so prevalent and and you don't have like that protection. You know what I'm saying? Like back then, older people would see something go and they'd stop some shit. Whereas nowadays, you on your own, sis. You are on your own. Yeah. So no, I would not let my grandkids do that now. Mm-mm. So of course, Brandon wanted some Amawash guidance because he loves guidance. So I sent him some of that. I'm going to send him Sylvia. I have no idea. I've never smelled Fluidity Silver. Does he have some in here? No. Okay. He had Baccarat in this one. I think we'll put this in there. So he wants some Dahab by Kajal. So I'm giving some Dahab by Kajal. Oh, you know what I gave him? Right. No, you know what? It's such a different world. And I don't even know if it's super different or we just more aware. You know, are we just really more aware of what it is? And then, right. Listen, I went to the grocery store. Listen, you know, back in the day, you could go to the store with a note and get your daddy's cigarettes. I know I used to go by the lady next door to me. I used to go get her chewing tobacco for her from the store. You know, she'd give me $1. So it's so much different now. And so much of this, for one thing, the young people are different. See, it's not just the adults. The issue are the young people too, because the young people do so much violence to each other, right? The problem is like so many of the young people are doing so much, right? And so I think that's part of the issue is that we, on top of this, it's not just the kid, it's not just the adults, it's the other kids. You got to worry about your kids because other kids could be on some crazy shit and jump on your baby and all kind of shit can happen. So there is that on top of all of that. So that's the other issue with the times now. Um, because at the age I was, 9 and 10, nobody was bothering me, and I was real quiet and I kind of like, I knew to keep to myself. So I did know how to move out there in the streets and I was quick to run. And let's just be honest, a lot of the things that happen to us are from friends and family. And that's the sad state of affairs, is that a lot of the shit that happens is from friends and family. So, but yes, like, because listen, we know, I mean, like, for instance, we know stuff was happening back then, but like we said, there was a certain amount, especially if you lived on a block for a long time. You knew all the old people on the block and all those type of things. But so many kids are not being taught not to respect the elders in their neighborhoods because a lot of their parents are younger. And for instance, I'm gonna say this low. Years ago, Brandon's sister was here with her daughter, and she's younger. She's not 30 yet, right? Daughter was, now this is his niece. Brandon said something to his niece, and she went off. Don't you be talking to my daughter like that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. And so, and she was about 3. And they were talking about, oh, we're gonna send her we could send her for the summer. She could stay with y'all. B didn't say this to them, but she said, hell no, ma. She was like, because ain't no way this ain't no. She was like, I said, well, if she come and stay, I'm gonna have to leave because I ain't got the patience. I ain't got the patience. I don't have the patience. So that's one of the things, you have these parents who tell their young kids they don't have to take this from adults, this, because they feel like they weren't when actually somebody knocked your ass upside the head because you needed it. So, I mean, because you're saying, Valencia, I was like, because if the look, and I had to tell the little girl, I said, you ain't got to like me. You ain't got to say nothing to me. Hey, Oshu, because I was like, because B said, she said, she can't stay. I said, no, she can't. I said, because she gonna get her ass whooped around here. But to tell your brother, her uncle, don't talk to my child like that. The fuck wrong with you? First off, that's her uncle. So that she's supposed to have a certain respect for her uncle. Cause I know as an auntie, I whooped my nephew's ass. All of my nephews got their ass whooped by me at least once or twice. No, at least 3 times. And you know what? They do need to bring the milk cartons back because I think the kids on the milk cartons scared us so much. We knew we was stranger danger in their asses, right? Because I know my aunts with my ass. I know. And you see, back in the day, you get your ass whooped and don't run home and tell mama because then she go, what you did wrong. And then you're going to get another ass whooping. That's why you kept that shit to yourself as much as possible. You kept it to yourself because you didn't. Because depending on what you did, you could get 3-4 ass whoopings over what you did. I remember, please God, don't let some Sally know. Oh yeah, my older brothers and sisters, my older sisters, the witches of Eastwick. All this, don't touch my channel. Yeah. No, they just take care of your. No, listen. Back then, people just took care of you themselves. But I got a friend. Oh, he about 20, 21, right? Baby. She was telling us, I've been telling her, you got to keep. Now, don't get me wrong. He's not a bad kid. But she admitted he stepped to her. I said, he did what? He stepped to her. Now, one of the things is, her husband died in the last few years. So she's now, it's just him. But he stepped to her. I said, girl, you didn't beat his ass down. I was like, girl, you should have called me. I'd have rolled on his ass like my mama and her sisters did. Because, my mama had 5 sisters and they used to have the calls. Baby, let some shit go down in the family. It'd be the phone calls, and they ain't had cell phones. Them landlines be hot. We gotta go over here, please. And the whole thing, like doing stuff like that. Like I remember one of my cousins, he tried to hit on my aunt. Do you know my brother? You know how many cousins rolled on his ass? How many big male cousins rolled on his ass when they found out? He got whooped so many times, it was ridiculous. It was ridiculous how many of my cousins whooped his ass, as he deserved. They was coming in for his ass. He lived in the suburbs. They was coming from the city. The ones that was close got his ass early, and then the other ones rolled up on him. And then if somebody came in town, they told him, and then they had to get his ass. Right? Listen, the things that these kids have said to me, I said, y'all got some. I said, y'all really say this shit? I be like, because like this one little girl told me the shit was hilarious. Shit. My mama, my mama thinks she's slick. She tried not to get us none with her with the tax money, with her tax money. I said, there is a way. However, when it's necessary, it's necessary. And let me say this, as a mother, I'm just being real, as a mother of a son, as I told my son, you're going to fear me now because one day you're going to be bigger than me. So you have to create a healthy sense of fear in your son. Because my son is 33. And do you ever think he would step to me like he going to? First off, he know, don't come to me talking to me in anger. You better straighten that fucking voice out. Because he know his mama crazy as fuck. He like, oh shit, mom, sorry, mom, I was playing. You better fucking be better playing with me. Because you think I talk like this? I talk to my kids just like this. We got me fucked up, boy. What I just did for him? What I just do with it? Yo. Oh, here. But baby, So I just gave him Neroli Amara because he was trying to get Neroli Portofino, but I don't have that. So I gave him Neroli Amara by Van Cleef and Arpels. Picture me, man. This is because you know me right now. This is because you know me right now. And I mean, the grands don't get a lot of ass whoopings. But, and Faith, that's because, Valencia, that's because you're a grandchild. Let's talk about your kids. No, let me tell you something. My kids respect me, but there has to be a certain amount of healthy fear, especially as a mother with a son, raising them. Because your son has to have a certain, because listen, my son respects the fuck out of me and loves it, but he had a fear of it, and he still does, because he know his mama crazy, as he should know. Because if you don't, those are the times that when young men get older and they don't have that type of feeling about their mother, that's when they step at their mama, acting like they gonna hit their mama, and this is a friend who's never been that parent. She's always reasoned. She's always done those things. But honey, trust and believe, a male child at some point is going to challenge you. And if he doesn't have a healthy fear of you as a mother, then it could go really bad. Because at 19 years old, my son would never have done anything like that. Why? Because he knows that. Now, he didn't hit her, but he did buck up and came at her like he was about to. And that's close enough. Because see, in my mind, and this is about anybody, a man come at me in my mind like that means I have to fight for my life. That I am a fighter. When they say fight or flight, I fight first, then flight. So I see, he better be glad that was his mama, not me. Because immediately you come at me, I'm going to forget you, my child, because you're threatening me. And a threat to me, I tell y'all see me at this age. It's 30 years ago, 20 years ago, I was a motherfucker. So hell no. That's why I told him, I said, you should call me. I'd have came out to beat his ass. I'd have helped you beat his ass. Because he'd have learned that day. Don't you ever come at your mama like that again. Because I will fuck you up. Listen, true story. My son at 20 got into some stupid ass trouble and I was cussing his ass out on the phone. And my son told me, Ma, I'm a grown ass man. I'm a grown ass man. And hung up the phone on me. I told his sister, right? So I told his sister. So I told my sister, my B was like, ooh, because she knew it's about to go down. So let me tell you, baby. So DJ stayed away about a week, almost 2 weeks. I didn't hear from his little black ass. Didn't hear from him. And then he came around. And I walked up to my son and I kicked him as hard as I could in his shin. And he was like, Ma, why you do that? I said, I didn't kick you in your knee because you're a basketball player. I said, but if you ever talk crazy to me, I'm going to fucking break your leg. He's like, okay, Ma, I'm sorry. I was like, what? I said, talk to me like that again. I said, talk to me like that again, ever again in your life. And I'm going to break something. My brother had one moment, but it wasn't with my mother. It was with my father. And my father was not that person, right? So, my father never hit us. My father, his thing was he gonna talk to you and stuff. Plus, my father was, I told y'all my father was legally blind. He had a club foot. My father wasn't that person physically to do that. Now, mentally, he fuck you up, and it was just his presence, and I have never told y'all all the stories, but my father was a phone call kind of person. He gets some shit done with a phone call. So anyway, my brother was yelling at my father. And my father was just trying to tell him something. And, my brother was like bucking up. My mama was asleep upstairs. And she heard my brother yelling at my father. Now, my father wasn't even yelling. He was just looking at him like he was fucking crazy. And mama came from upstairs out of her sleep, ran down them steps, grabbed the broom, and beat my brother's ass with it and said, don't you ever talk to your daddy like that. What? I was sitting there like, damn. Now, this one he loved, y'all. Brandon loved Fleur de Santal. Y'all be missing out. Fleur de Santal is gorgeous. Beat his mama broke that damn broom over his head. And I was sitting there like, those are moments when you're the little sister, you love it because you like, dang, you got your ass whooped. And he learned a valuable lesson that day. And then my daddy had somebody do something to him because like I said, my father wasn't a fighter. My father wasn't gonna fight you. He was gonna call somebody to have your ass whooped. Right. Listen, you guys to do these things, right? Listen, don't make me have to leave work. Oh, because my son, I've had to leave work for DJ a few times. And I told him, I said, and here's my thing. If I got to leave work, you about to. Now, this was how I used to do him at that point, at that age. If I have to leave work, that means something you want is coming off your list of shit you want. You know what I'm saying? Because he was it was like when he was like a 6th, 7th, 8th grade, he was an asshole. So if I got to leave and deal with your ass, oh, bruh, you remember the shoes you wanted? You gonna have holes in your shoes before you get another pair of shoes from me. So that's the way I did him. And I mean, there's truly things like you can figure out Besides, I'm gonna beat your ass. Like as your kids get older, you know how to punish them, right? Like Bianca as a preteen, stuff like that. Her consequence was, I'm gonna take all your electronics away from you, because Bianca was an electronics person. She had her little iPod when they first came out. Her daddy got her like second generation iPod, so she had iPods and stuff like that. Apple products forever. I would take that from her. I would take the internet from her. She couldn't watch cable, so yeah, right. So I did that. DJ, athlete, he liked to go outside. Bianca didn't care about going outside. That's why I used to take her shit from her. DJ, he want to go outside. He want to go play basketball. He want to go play football in the field and shit. So all I got to do is make him stay his little ass in the house. Oh my God, that boy, you would think I had killed him. And then for a while, he tried to do this. Whenever I would do that, he would sit in the front window. Man, they out there playing, I bet. I told him, I said, let me tell you something. Go by that window again and you're going to be in for another week. So then, and don't say nothing about it because you're irritating me now. And let me tell you, I told y'all my mama, one of her punishments was, I remember getting in trouble for some shit. My mama made me sit, one of them little chairs, I was a little kid. I had one of them chairs. It was a wooden chair in my room because I had me a little chair and table set. She put that motherfucking chair in the middle of the room and said, sit down. Don't you move. And close the door. And every once in a while, she would she would sneak up and open the door. And if I went in that seat, I was going to get my ass whooped. Man, talk about something terrible. I mean, I thought I was going to die. I was stuck in that chair, y'all, and I better not move. Now that's a punishment. She wouldn't let me have a book. I couldn't do nothing. Valencia, yes. I don't even know who Jackie Christie is. If I don't know who Jackie Christie is, but I saw that. And then the thing was, she acted like, oh my God, my hit me. But she pushed her mama. I don't care. Maybe I don't understand. Maybe there's something I don't understand about their relationship. But baby, see, I never watched any of them, but I saw the clip. Baby. And people acting like, oh my gosh, see, here's what I said to myself. Oh, you could tell this on TV because she didn't whip her ass the way she should have. They pulled her off too quick. I don't know who Doug Christie is, but that was her daughter, right? Baby, first off, she kept calling her Jackie in anger. Because, B would call me Louise, but never in anger. With that little nasty little tone to her voice. Because I'ma lose it. Because let me tell you, every once in a while, you had grown kids. We got grown kids. Every once in a while, you have to remind them who the fuck you are. We're past that, but I had a couple of years where every once in a while, I had to remind my daughter who the fuck I am. It'd be like, I don't know who the fuck you think I am, but you better remember who the fuck I am. We've all had those conversations. They in their early 20s. They done lost their fucking mind. Because as I tell anybody, when I crook my head to the side, it's about to go down. So if I look at you and go, That is a sign that it's about to go down. It's about to go down. I'm about to cuss your motherfucker. I'm about to lose it. The funniest story I've ever heard about that is, have y'all ever seen, what's his name? I don't like him no more because he a Trumper, but Eddie Griffin, he had a stand-up and he was talking about his family. And he said at the time about he hit his mama. Somebody, his mama was telling him to do the dishes or some shit. And he said he hit her. And I remember the story because the story is so hilarious because he said he looked. Yeah, exactly. When he did it, he was like, he as soon as he did it, he knew, oh shit, I done fucked up. And he said he saw the look in his mama's eyes and he ran out the house. And he's running. He said his mama got in the car. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You didn't know that? Honey, yes, honey. Eddie Griffin was all over talking about he was going to Mar-a-Lago and all that after the election. I don't fuck with his ass no more. But anyway, he said his mama got in the car and was chasing him down the street in the car and jumped the curb because she tried to run his ass over. And she was in the audience as he in the filming and was laughing and somebody shaking her head like, show the fuck I did. I was like, more power to you, sister. But here's the difference between parents then and parents now. A few years ago, I had freshman class. Y'all know I teach high school. Teaching this freshman class. Yeah, he's horrible. Now I don't fuck with him. I was teaching this freshman class, and this boy was getting out of hand. So I called his mama. And, I put him on the phone with his mama. He was talking all crazy and everything. And then he hung up the phone on his mama. Now, unbeknownst to me, I didn't know his mama owned the salon down the street. Right? So she came to the school. I mean, within a few minutes, she was at the school because apparently she was at the salon. And so she comes and she's like, blah, blah, blah. I said, well, all right, I'm loving her. I'm like, yes, come on, let me take you to him. Pull the boy out of class because I'm thinking she gonna lay into his ass like I would if I got to come to school because I done muffed DJ at school. Junior in high school, I went in the classroom and muffed that little Negro. And she go in there and start having a conversation with him. Why did you hang up on me? And when she said that, I walked away in disgust. I didn't want her to see my face because I was looking like, did you just do this? And I walked away because I know if I'm talking to you on the phone at school and you talk snappish and hang up the phone, baby, I'm gonna wear your ass out. Last one he got was Impossible Iris by Ramon Monigal. This is the last one for Brandon. So they each get 5 fragrances for their trip. Yeah. And I gave him Etruscan water. Oh my God, he smelled Etruscan water by Francesca Bianchi, Faith, and he fell in love. He was like, oh my God, this is so good. I was like, it is. It is. Okay, y'all, I'm about to take this off because I got to go pee. And remember, we found out this has, y'all can hear me. So I'm leaving it here with y'all. I'll be right back. Y'all remember, see, I found out the range on this thing is to the bathroom. Why come Vincent has more room than me? What you talking about? No, schools do, but not the school I was at. We turned a blind eye. Y'all have the same amount of space. Wait a minute. Y'all have, hold, let me show you something, sir. These are the same size. Same size. Same amount of, they are the exact same size. And that's just Kai. I still got ganache on the other shelf. So don't even come for me. Don't even come for me. Don't even. Don't. 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 I don't know. Hey, Cookie. Normie say he don't know what's going on. Okay, so let me tell you what's going on. Since Normie is new and don't understand what's going on, Kai Fragrances is JC right there. So his fragrances are right there on that. You see that red bottle. Well, next to him is our friend and his friend, Vincent, Dream House of Curio. He's trying to say that Vincent has more shelves here than he does. But they have the same amount of shelves. Right. The Kai's are BBL, so they take up most space, where his are still slim. They've, they're anorexic by comparison to your bottles. Okay. Don't play with me. I'm over sensitive people. And you Leos are sensitive as hell. Y'all run around acting like y'all are rough and tough. Y'all be like, I rock rough and tough in my Afro puss. Yeah. And then you like cry and whine. With y'all sensitive asses. That's why you was in your little feelings about your shelf space. Case in point. Case in point. Case in point. Huh. I think Vincent has a sale. I've been so out of it. Is this whole little, why don't I have as big a child as shelf as Vincent? Why my shelf ain't as big as Vincent? Why ain't my shelf as big as Vincent's shelf? And don't put faith in this. Faith got better sense than you. I want to go to Brazil actually too. Faith got more sense than you, sir. Am I shop? No. I looked at the Nordstrom sale and I am here to say it sucked. The Nordstrom sale sucked. I was so not impressed. I was like, is this what we calling a sale? Oh, no, thank you. I'm good. I'm good. I can pass on it. Thank you. Thank you. So I just looked at it and said, no. So yeah, listen, I was doing a for real scroll through. I'm scrolling, and I ain't seeing a damn thing that I want to see. No. Y'all know my next concert is Breezy. I'm going to see Breezy. I'm going to the Breezy Bowl. Now listen. I'm going to the Breezy Bowl. Should I do a GoFundMe so I can get the pictures done with so I can get my Chris Brown pictures? Yeah, you know, he's doing his 20th anniversary shoot. He's calling it the Breezy Bowl. So, it's selling out. I'm going to St. Louis to see it. So, I should do a GoFundMe so I could get my pictures with him. I should do a GoFundMe because I need to take my pictures with Breezy, and I have to have my exact. I gotta figure out my pose with Breezy. Come here, little boy. Come here, little boy. Baby, I've had my booty all over him. Cause you know what I find? Listen, you know what I find hilarious? Is so many people upset. Hi, Judith. Did you get my email? How many people are so upset about him doing these things, about the pictures and how much he charges for, his VIP experience. Everybody charges that kind of money for their VIP experiences. What are you talking about? Right? I'm like, but it's hilarious how people are like really in their feelings about it. It's like, oh, it would be so thotty. I'd be like all the way down, and gotta have your tongue. I'd be like, grab it, Chris, grab it. That's why I love those pictures, because he makes it so fun. Because I've seen like a lot of them celebrity things. It's like they you could tell they just like doing them fake ass pictures, but he actually works with his people and gives them a good experience. And if you're gonna charge somebody like that, you should give them a good experience. They should have something to like remember by, right? Cause honey, I'll be out there with Breezy. Come on, little boy, come to mama. I'm like, I'm doing them now. So before I get off, because I gotta get off because I gotta get up and get these kids to school, because I am officially, as of tomorrow, on Gigi duty. So if I go live, it will be during the day. So here's what they wanted to take on their trip with them. Bee stuff. No, they're going to Jamaica for the next 5 days. So I have to take the kids to daycare. She wanted some 100 Silent Ways by Nishane. She wanted Sierra by Attar. Alien Mirage. Yeah, y'all better check on your friends. Check on me. Letter 16 Scenic Rose. And That Chick from Rio by Sugar Mama. So those are the ones that she asked for. Brandon asked for I had to put this down because in real life I would have threw this at you talking about can they stay home with me all day and all night by myself for 5 days? Have you lost your damn mind? No, they're going to daycare. That's what we pay for. They're going. Impossible Iris by Ramon Monegal. The Hob by Kajal. Neroli Amara by Van Cleef. Fleur de Santal by Attar. And guidance. He loves guidance. Listen. If you don't want me to become a raging alcoholic for the next 5 days, if you don't want me to be a raging alcoholic for the next 5 days, they're going to daycare from 7:30 to 4:30. Gigi needs 8 hours because them some high maintenance little kids. Oh, they going to daycare. That honey, that was a given. Honey, they close already. They going to daycare. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. I ain't got time for this. Honey, no. I have sanity to keep. Louise needs to keep her sanity. I need to keep my sanity. So they'll be going to daycare. So now let me go take the stuff up to them so they put their fragrances in their bags. And so they can head on out in the morning. If I post up any pictures and I look crazy, like if I have a picture and I have a sign that says send help, that means cash at me some money so I can go order me some Uber Eats and a cocktail. I'll order a mimosa and then throw some vodka in it. I'm put by Thursday. I might be send help. All right, y'all. It's been good. Listen, I'm gonna need tacos and tequila. I might need tacos and tequila by Thursday. I'm just saying. I might need tacos and tequila by Thursday. All right, y'all. Y'all have a great night. It's good seeing y'all as always. Talk to you later.